Greetings people, this is Keith in Modesto doing my Let's Play Minecraft series using the Forge mod loader and the Direwolf 20 mod pack. Alright, I am here in my rail line. Last episode I finished laying down the track and placing in the transition rails and the circuitry and stuff I needed at each end. I still needed to put in the booster tracks along at intervals along the course to keep the rail cart going, and I said I would do that in between episodes, and indeed I did. So here you can see two high-speed booster tracks. I just used two. Underneath the first one is that one right there is well, yeah. There's a lever that is on underneath at the bottom on the underside of that block to keep it energized, and I placed them every four. At the beginning of every fourth chunk. I think that's what I did. So if I count here, 1, 2, 3, then the next one like that. Okay, so that's what I did. So let's go ahead and go for let's take a ride down the line and see how well it works. I have done this, of course, and it does. Now there is a little problem, which is that every once in a while, some chunks don't load. You know, I've seen that. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, it's almost dark. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some lurking about. This is really a problem that I wish Minecraft would fix. I'm assuming it's a problem with Minecraft and not with one of the mods or something. I don't really know that. Anyway, every once in a while. Some chunks won't load that should be loaded, that should be loading, and usually it's actually I think it's always been like a line of them, like maybe 5 in a row, as opposed to like you know, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 or something like that, as opposed to like a square 1 2 3 4 or something like that. I've never seen that. Well, anyway, of course, if that happens in between, if a line of unloaded chunks crosses my line, that would be a bad thing. If I let myself fly into that, you're gonna get stuck in it. I think it's impossible to get out if you're really stuck in it. So the thing to do is to hit the shift key and get out of the cart. And I guess the cart might fly into it and blow up maybe, or just be lost, but at least, you know, I wouldn't be lost and in danger of dying and losing all the stuff in my inventory. But anyway, so let's go and try this out. And I guess I need to do that. Why am I not able to get into there? Come on. I'm right clicking on the card and I'm not getting in. Okay, I'm gonna brick it. Oh, okay, that was not. Come on. What, is the card not really there? Is it a ghost card? Okay. That's not good. I am going to change into another dimension and see if that disappears. This is a new thing for me. I hope this doesn't mean my game is about to crash. I mean, if I were playing on a server, I would conclude there's some kind of sync issue. Technically, I am playing on a server because the single-player game is also using an internal server, but I don't think that's the same kind of issue should be happening. Okay, I still see the cart. Can I break it? Oh, there, I broke it. Well, maybe that'll fix things now. Come on. I want to. Oh, there's. Can I not pick it up? Everything is messed up right now. Okay, I have a bunch of. You might notice that I have a lot of stuff in my inventory because of what I'm planning. This is taking far longer than I meant it to. I just wanted to get in this cart. Oh, I need to place down the track. There. Okay, so that still works. Okay, that's good. Place the card down, right click. I'm in it now. Okay, well, that is good. Okay, here we go. Zoom. Ready to hit the shift key if I see a world hole. Okay, but you can see we're going pretty fast. Every once in a while there's some booster tracks, so I keep on going. Even though this is a nice, fast, high-speed rail line, it still takes quite a while to get to the end of the line, as you will see. Okay, so what I got to do next is start decorating the walls, or you know, making them look nicer. Which is why I have all that stone and the chisel in my inventory, and I will show that what I'm going to do. Well, first what I'm going to do is go through here and just replace everything that isn't already stone or brick. You know, if you look, every once in a while you see patches of dirt and ores in the walls, and sometimes gravel. Also, there's seaweed at some places embedded in the walls because they're in the way, and marble and various other kinds of rock. I think we're probably about halfway now. Okay, so I'm going to do that. That'll be the first thing, and then I'll go through and change all the other, all the stone into well, I guess I could really do it both at the same time, but I'll show what kind of stone I'm going to use for the walls. And but I'm going to do that all off camera because that's going to take a while. We had a little pause there. Stutter. I guess because the game is loading chunks ahead of me, so every once in a while it'll take it a moment to do that. Okay, we're starting to get close. Okay, so take a good look at just how shoddy the tunnel looks right now. Because once I have all the bricks in place, I have all this cleaned out, I have to decide what to use for the floor. But once I have all that in place, we'll do this again, and it'll look so much better. So you'll be very excited, I'm sure, to see that. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. I could time this. How long does it take? Oh, also, there's times when of course, I'm going under the water, and so of course I'll want to change those places to glass. Maybe I might not do that right away, because that's gonna take quite a bit of time. Okay, so we should slow down. It's pretty soon. Here we go, slowing down, and come to a nice stop. See there? That's what I'm talking about. So you see, these are unpowered right now, of course, and so you saw there, when I hit them, I started slowing down so I could come to a complete and full stop at the end and safely disembark. If those had not been there, if that had just been high-speed rail, or if they had been on, I would have come careening, and as soon as I hit this regular track, or if this regular track were just high-speed rail, I would have hit this block, and I would have there would have been an explosion, and that would have been very bad. Okay, so what am I going to use for the walls? I think I'm going to use. So I get my chisel out, and I put that in there, and I can choose from any one of these. I was thinking of using wide stone bricks. So I have a brick, a few of these. Put the large stone bricks. Did I put the right one in? Yeah, I did. Okay, so let's compare this to the vanilla Minecraft stone brick. Okay, so it looks a little bit different, right? It's got 3 rows instead of 2 rows, up and down, and they're wider. I guess actually they look wider because, of course, they're not as tall. They're narrower. Well, anyway, it looks different. You can see that it looks different. That's what I'm going to use for the walls. I don't know. I probably should have a different block just directly under the track to look like ballast. I think that's what it's called, ballast. The stuff probably the thing to use would be gravel. I'll think about that. Maybe there's some kind of gravel that looks a little different. Let's see. If there was some gravel nearby, I could look at it. Yeah. Okay. Get my chisel. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so let's put the gravel in there. Is there different kinds of gravel? There is not. There should be other kinds of gravel and chisel. That is just unacceptable. That actually surprises me. I thought there would be. Well, okay. So I'm just gonna do the walls and the ceiling. I think the ceiling will probably be the same as the walls. And then okay. So once that's done, I'll come back and then I'll show how I'm gonna make the arches. Okay. So once again, this is going to be mere moments in video time. I'll be back in mere moments of video time, but in real time, it's going to take me at least an hour or something. I'm going to listen to a podcast. I'm going to listen to a podcast on my phone while I do this. That's often what I do. Okay, so I'll be back in a moment. All right, people, I have returned. It is many hours later, in real time. Oh, I got to start my timer back up. Okay, so I have gone through the whole tunnel and changed the walls and the ceilings to this kind of block. This is stone bricks, wide stone bricks. That's the sub name, I guess, from Chisel 2. I haven't done the floor yet, and I'm still thinking about what to do about that. But I am going to put in archways. I have like this arch too wide here. In the beginning, I'm going to do arches every, I don't know, maybe every 4 chunks. And I'm going to use this same type, although I think there's like 4 different blocks from Chisel. These are all subtypes of stone. We have just this kind of maroon. Well, I wouldn't say it's maroon. I mean, it's kind of a reddish brown. And then you have a blue, kind of a grayish blue, light grayish blue. And then you have 2 that are like a combination of the brown and the blue. Only one's a little bit darker, that one, than the other, which is a little bit lighter. I'm thinking of using. I'm just gonna. Well, at least for now, I'm gonna leave this the way it is. But I'm gonna use a combination of the red, the dark red and blue, and the lighter red and blue for the arches in between. So for a little, mix the 2 blocks together so it looks a little more interesting. And also, so I want to mention a few things for anyone who hasn't noticed this. Oops, I don't know what that did. This is something I didn't really know. So you have the chisel in your hand. This is the obsidian chisel. There's like 3 different chisels. Your base chisel, which is made from iron. I guess I could actually bring this up. Okay, unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of different chisels. There's carpenter's chisels, then there's chisels from Tinker's Constructor, which is why you have so many of them, because there's different materials. Then you have all the chisel blocks. But let's see if I can find these here. The Chisel 2 chisel is what I want. Okay, so there's the first tier, which is made from iron. Then there's the diamond chisel, made from diamonds and a stick. And then there's the obsidian chisel. So the differences are, besides being able to change, to get all these subtypes of blocks by right-clicking in the air with the chisel in your hand, right? And you get this panel, and you put the blocks here, and you can choose all these other kinds. You can also just you can also left click on a chisel in the world and it'll change it. Now, let me change something here. Okay, so this is the way the regular chisel works. If you have nothing, you don't have anything here. So this is all clear. It's just empty. You go out to some block in the world and you left click, and it'll change it to another block amongst all the blocks that. If I took just a piece of stone, and this will work with this because this is just a piece of, this is the same. Well, this is the same. This is just regular old Minecraft stone, right? And these are all the blocks that you can make it into, right? And I've been using white stone bricks in my in the walls here, right? Okay, so I have regular stone in the world. I left click on regular stone and left click and it'll change it actually, and it actually changes really fast, so you have to be careful just to click once. There you go, instead of just twice. All right, so I'm cycling through all the types that are possible. Now if instead of it being empty, I have a block in my inventory, like here, I can leave it in there right when I hit escape. Now whenever I click on anything in the world that is of that type, it'll change it to stone. See that? Now that won't work if I go click on something else, like over here I have some cobble, right? Now if I left click on the cobble, it won't change because I have stone in here, and stone does not, you can't change from stone to cobblestone, right? And if I click on stone, something that's stone already, it doesn't change. I mean, it doesn't do anything. Now this is using up durability in my tool. You can see I have, right now it's at 2207, so I could look at what the smallest is, but, so eventually your chisel will break. And now with obsidian chisels and with diamond chisels, you can do different modes. Okay, so if I open up my, I have it on single block. I can also have panel, column, and row. Row is just three in a row. Column is 3 up or down, and panel is a 3 by 3. So if I have a panel, and I go in here and I change it to the thing I've been using, which is these, right? I can go like this. It changes the whole 3 by 3, and then to show this, I guess. So column, oops, and it's a left click, and then row. There, okay? So I think that is pretty cool. I'll change this back to stone and fix these. I'll put it on panel and click in the middle, and it'll change whatever needs to be changed. Okay, so so there's just a little bit of it's a very useful thing. Okay, and I want to show something else. You have saws from Project Red. When you take something that we know will work, like I'll put in, I have my stone here. Okay, so you put whoops. You put the saw in your crafting grid, your 4x4 crafting grid, and you put the stone there. You can make stone slabs, and then you can make stone panels, right? We all know about this. And I guess you can combine them back, can't you, in your inventory? So I'll get my piece of stone back. Okay, what you might not realize, and I didn't know this, is that you can do the same thing with the chisels. The chisel 2 special blocks, you'll get the same thing. And they're called forged microblocks. So there's a lot of forged microblocks. I don't want to use those though. I want to use, whoops, I dropped my saw. I'm going to do that only with these things right here. So I'm going to grab these and these. These are the 2 I'm going to use, right? And I put my saw there and find the right one. So, oh, you know what? This might not work with these particular ones. This is bad. I guess the texture's missing. Okay, so that's not gonna work at all. Oh well. I was thinking it'd be cool for if I used panels, then the archways would pop out of the wall a little bit, which would be nice. But that will not work now. And now it's getting dark. Okay, so there is another option here if I still want to do that. This will be a little more involved, but I can use, I guess I'll test this right now. The carpenter's blocks. I've got too much stuff in my inventory here. I'm just gonna get rid of some of this stuff, and I will get it all back. I'll clean my stuff up later, I guess. And I don't really know what I can do with that. just gonna trash that. I don't want to worry about that. Okay, so carpenter's blocks. I have some. Okay, and we need our hammer, which might be in here. No, I don't think so. So it's probably in here. Here we go, carpenter's hammer. Okay, so I stick this on the wall. Well, I guess we'll just go down here. The thing about this is I'm gonna have to make a bunch. I'm gonna have to make some more of these carpenter's blocks. They're not too hard to make though. Okay, so say I go like this, and then hit it with the hammer. Goes in. How far in does it go? That just goes in that far. I might. There. It might be more than I want. Oh, okay, that's not good. I forgot about that. Okay, that won't work at all, I don't think. Unfortunately, the way carpenter's blocks work is there's only, unlike forged microparts, if I can make these out of forged microparts, I know that I could have it nice and tucked into the corner here, but I don't think that's gonna work with, and this is the wrong one, but see, then I could do that, right, and that's sticking out, and that works, except for here. I can't, there's nothing I can do, I don't think, unless, that will, of course, not work. I need that to connect. There is another kind of block. Let's see. This is getting a little more involved than I really want. There's this kind of block, which is collapsible. The question is it going to make a nice corner piece, or is it going to be something weird? So I need to break this one right here. Put one of these there, right, and then I hit this. I guess, oh, no, it's doing the wrong way. I want it to go up. Does it not do that? I can do that. Okay, that's not the right thing. You know what, maybe there's, if I right click on this, I get different kinds. I thought there was another. That's all it's gonna do. Let's see. There's another kind of carpenter block. There's the wedge and the oblique interior. Oh, maybe I need the stairs. The stairs would probably do it. Okay, that wouldn't be so bad, maybe. Let's see. Got some lag there. Oh, that was my timer. Oh, I'm out of time. Let's just, I will decide. Maybe I will decide what I'm going to do, and then I will do it in between episodes. Because I need to wrap the episode up now. The whole question is how to make this arch look nice. I really wish the Microforge had worked with that. Whoops, I didn't really need to break that one. Okay, so I'll put a stair there. Ah, cool. And let's put this back here. And then, whoops. Why is this not going? I took the wrong stairs. I took just regular stairs. That's not at all what I wanted. How funny. So, get rid of those. I want carpenter stairs. I don't have very many. I'll have to make more. Okay. So put one of those there, one of those there, and then I have to hit these. There. Okay, and then bam, 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 bam. Okay. Okay. Well, it's a little thicker than I would have rather they were like half that width is what I would prefer. But I guess at least for now that's the best I can do. And of course, those are the wrong ones. I wanted to use those other ones. Anyway, so I'm going to go through and I do every about like at the beginning of every fourth chunk, I'll put in an archway like that. I think it'll look a lot nicer. Another thing I want to do is, I guess I can just show this real quick, is just go through. Oops, dropped it. So this is all, I use the chisel to change all this stone over to this kind of brick by having one of these in here like this, right? And then I had to use my, I had the wand of the focus of equal trade on my wand, and it was in order to change other things, you know, like there were all kinds of stray blocks in the walls and the ceiling, like that, and there's other things, you know, ores. So I used the wand of equal trade for that part. Yeah, which brings up some, I don't have time to show this. I'll show this in the next episode. There's an auto chisel, which is pretty cool, which I set up to give me, so I can have a bag full of, a replenished bag, this white bag here full of blocks to use with my wand of equal trade. Anyway, I'm going to go through and I'm going to change these. That's, of course, not what I wanted to do. And it's going by so fast. I meant to change just one, so there we go. Okay, so right click and change this to single. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna change this every once in a while. I gotta find a good one that fits. Hopefully there might not be one, which would be a drawback to this particular block, and that it doesn't have one that really just, yeah, oh well. Maybe I should have used regular stone bricks, because then I could have used, that doesn't look good either. Okay, well I'm not going to do that then, because that's going to take too much work. Oh well. I was thinking of doing something like that, but just near the beginning. Maybe there's a cobblestone. Maybe there's a cobblestone brick that looks the same. I'll look around. I'll see if I can find something that I can use. Just to change every, you know, just a block here and there, just to break up the wall a little bit. And I would do that only near the beginning and near the end, because I'm not gonna, it's all going by too fast when you're on the cart for that to matter. Anyway, so I gotta wrap this up. So I'm gonna put in the archways in between episodes, and I guess at the beginning of the next episode we'll take a trip just to see what it's like. Oh, and I gotta change the floor too. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, so here we go. This has been Keith and Modesto playing Modern Minecraft. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic day.